Bible, I quote this scripture all the time. Psalms 118, verse 24. Psalms 118, verse 24. I quote it all the time here. I want to talk a little bit today about today can be your day. Today can be the day that you get out of whatever you need to get out of. That's the way we got to look at it too. That today is the day. But before I read that, the Reverend, he was interviewing for a church secretary job, and he had the applicant with him. He said, in this church secretary job, we need someone who is responsible. The applicant said, that's me, because in my last job, anytime something went wrong, they says I was responsible. Yeah, she was good for the job. Psalm 118, verse 24. This is the day which the Lord hath made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. Let us pray. Dear Lord, we are so thankful for your word, the Holy Bible, the scriptures that you left here for us, to read, to understand it, and more important, to live by it. I pray now, dear Lord, you'll open the minds and open the hearts and help us to receive thy word. In Jesus' name I pray and give thanks for it all. Amen. Say it right there. This is the day that the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad in it. Don't get me wrong, man. We may have something going wrong in our life, and we don't know what the next step is. We don't know when the answers will come. But you know what? It could come today. This is the day that the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad. It could come today. And we think a lot of times it may be 6 months down the road, 6 years down the road. It may come then. We don't know when the good Lord is going to answer our prayer. It could very well. It could be today. I mean, we don't know it, but we got to live like that. I'm going to flip over here to Matthew chapter 8. Starting in verse 6. Tell a little story here. I got some scripture to read today. Matthew chapter 8, starting on verse 6. But the day could be the day that the good Lord is going to deliver you. Whatever you got going on in your life, you've been praying to the Lord, you don't know the day could be the day. We think, well, we got to wait, we got to do this. Sometimes we do have to wait. Sometimes we do have to do this and do that. But the day very well could be the day. But we got to believe like that. Matthew chapter 8, starting in verse 6. And saying, Lord, my servant lieth at home sick of the palsy, grievously tormented. And Jesus saith unto him, I will come and heal him. The centurion answered and said, Lord, I am not worthy that thou shouldest come under my roof, but speak the word only, and my servant shall be healed. For I am a man under authority, having soldiers under me, and I say to this man, go, and he goeth, and to another, come, and he cometh, and to my servant, do this, and he doeth it. When Jesus heard it, he marveled and said to them that followed, Verily I say unto you, I have not found so great faith, no, not in Israel. And I say unto you that many shall come from the east and the west, and shall sit down with Abraham and Isaac and Jacob in the kingdom of heaven. But the children of the kingdom shall be cast out into outer darkness. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. And Jesus said unto the centurion, Go thy way, and as thou hast believed, so be it done unto thee. And his servant was healed in the self-same hour. He said his servant was healed in the self-same hour. He said, you got to believe it. He said, you go thy way, as thou hast believed, so it be done unto thee. He believed, it said, in the same hour his servant was healed. The very same hour. Today could be the day, y'all. Today could be the day that your answer comes. Matthew chapter 9, verses 18 through 22. They got all kinds of scripture in there about this. That's right over there. While he spake these things unto them, behold, there came a certain ruler and worshipped him, saying, My daughter is even now dead. But come and lay thy hand upon her, and she shall live. And Jesus arose and followed him, and so did his disciples. And behold, a woman which was diseased with an issue of blood 12 years came behind him and touched the hem of his garment. For he said within herself, If I may but touch his garment, I shall be whole. But Jesus turned him about, and when he saw her, and said, Daughter, be of good comfort, thy faith had made thee whole. And the woman was made whole from that hour. And when Jesus came into the ruler's house and saw the minstrels and the people making a noise, they already thought she was dead and gone on. He said unto them, Give place, for thy maid is not dead, but sleepeth. And they laughed him to scorn. But when the people were put forth, he went in and took her by the hand, and the maid arose. And the fame hereof went abroad into all the land. Went in right there. He went in there. He touched the little girl. The maid talking about the little girl. He touched her. She got up and she was healed. Right there. Right then and there. Y'all, why do we think it's got to be way out yonder somewhere? Today is the day that the Lord has made. Today is the day I will rejoice and I will be glad in it. Ephesians chapter 3 verse 20 says, Now unto him that is able to do exceedingly abundantly above all that we ask or think, according to the power that worketh in us. It said that we can do exceedingly abundantly above that all that we ask or even think of. He'll do exceedingly above those things, y'all. The good Lord, he wants us to be happy. The good Lord wants us to be blessed. But now we got to get on his track. We got to get on his timetable. We got to do the things that the good Lord has called us to do. In one last scripture, Hebrews chapter 12, verse 2. Looking unto Jesus, the author and finisher of our faith, who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross, despising the shame, and is set down at the right hand of the throne of God. Jesus is the author. He says he's the author and he's the finisher of our faith, who for the joy that was set before him, he endured the cross. Y'all, let me tell you something right now. There's no situation you're in life right now that the good Lord can't get you out of. There's no problem that you may have going on right now he can't deliver you from. You see what I read right there? He went here to the centurion. He was over a lot of soldiers. He said, oh, my servant, he's about dead. Jesus said that same 7 hours when he went on back to the house, he was healed. You know why? Because the man had faith. The servant had faith. The master had faith and the servant. The servant was laying there about dead, and the master, the centurion, he told him, he said, I want you to heal. And the daughter, my daughter, Jairus' daughter, listen, my daughter, she lay there dead. When Jesus come upon the scene, she got up, she arose. He said, oh no. Let me tell you something. When Jesus comes on the scene in your life, things happen. But we got to believe, and we got to trust. We say, well, it's going to be today, it's going to be tomorrow. How about today? Today is the day that the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad. And it can be today. It can be right here and now. It can be right now, today, that the Lord can come in and change your life. And I want to tell you something right now. That mind, it can help you or it can hurt you. That mind, whatever you let sink into that mind, it can make you fly or it can make you feel like a dog. What you let get in that mind. I tell you, I do cut up a lot. I do. But you ask now, I made my mind set. I hadn't drank a Pepsi in 3 weeks. I hadn't drank that fast, but I'm pretty good. 3 weeks. Went to eat last night. I had to suck it up, but I got that on sweet tea. I had to suck it up, but I got it. They didn't have the equal. They had that other stuff up there. They did God. They didn't have the equal up there. But they had the other stuff. When you set your mind to something, you can get it. That mind and that faith, they went to Jesus. I'm talking about setting my mind to doing this, but you better believe I'm praying. I'm praying to the good Lord to give me strength, give me confidence, to help me. That's the main thing, praying to the good Lord. There's many more stories in there. Jesus said, you got the faith. Before the man even got home, his son was healed. Before he even got there. That's why I'm saying the answer could be coming today, right now. The answer to your prayer could be coming right now, y'all. It could be coming. It could be happening right now. And the good Lord may put somebody in your path that you need to talk with. Somebody you need to witness to. That's why I told you I quit that running. If I'm in a hurry, I said, I'm just going to be late, or I just ain't going by Walmart. You know what I'm talking about? I just won't go by. I'm going to just be late where I'm going. Because how do you ever know it's not a divine appointment with somebody you run into somebody? How do you don't know that God didn't sit down there? Well, you need to talk with them. They down and out right now. You need to give them a word of encouragement. You need to give them a word of caution. Sometimes we need to give people a word of caution. If I was you now, I quit that. I quit. I quit. What's he doing? We need to give them a word of caution, give them a word of love to let them know. But we got to have that faith like the Bible is talking about. Jesus told that centurion, he said, I have not seen faith even in Israel like this. He said, I have not seen this kind of faith. He said, I know you can speak it, good Lord, it'll be done. And you know that's right. The good Lord can speak it and it'll be done. That's all he got to do is speak it and it'll be done. But we got to trust in him, y'all. We got to trust in the good Lord. We got to trust that he's going to help us and he is going to do it. There are a lot of things y'all here have told me over the course of time, and I act like I ain't paying attention, but some of it's coming back to me now. Because somebody told me something that I'm doing right now. Told me something. He said, Danny, you just don't know what'll happen if you do this. I said, I got you. It just dawned on me right here late. I said, I got you. I know what you're talking about. Y'all, we got to have love for one another. But more important, love for our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. That's all they done. They asked him. They said, Lord. And that's what he said, ask, seek, and knock. Matthew chapter 7, ask, seek, and knock. The Lord said, you come to me and you ask me. And no good thing, it says in the word, that the good Lord will withhold from us any good thing that we need. He won't withhold that from us. But he's not going to give it to us until we need it. He ain't going to give us something until we need it, y'all. That's what the good Lord will do. He's going to give it to us exactly when we need it. But all those just 3 or 4 scriptures you just read, Jesus said, you got faith. You got faith. There's no telling what the Lord will do in your life if you really believe. If you trust. Pray and believe and you will receive. Pray and doubt, you'll do without. You got to pray, believe, and you'll receive. You pray and doubt, you'll do without. But each one of them, they came and they asked the good Lord for something. Each time it was for healing. It was for a healing. And each time they was healed. You know, we talk about the woman issue of blood all the time. She had it for 12 years. You thought she gave up by anyway. She had it for 12 years. It says she done been in physicians and everything, but she found out that the Lord of Lords, the King of Kings, was coming to town. And she knew if she could just lay her hands on it, just touch it. That's all she done was touch and give me his garment. And the blood stopped right then, y'all. It stopped right then. She just touched the hem of his garment. And that blood, it stopped right then. She was healed immediately. She was healed. That blood stopped right then. Because she had that faith. I'm telling you the church right now. I'll tell you what. That exercise is making me more serious. Shut up a little bit more, ain't it? But let me tell you something. I'm telling you, you watch me. I'm telling you right now, you watch me. See, now I'm accountable, man. You watch me. You watch me. You watch me the next 2 or 3 months. Just watch me. That don't mean you still can't take me out now. I ain't talking about that. I ain't talking about that. But let me tell you something. The good Lord, he wants us to have the kind of faith that centurion had. Lord, I don't want you to come to my house. I just want you to heal him. I want you to heal my servant. He's sick. I want you to heal him. And on his way home, before he ever got there, the man was already healed before he ever got there. See, the answer may be here today for us, but if we don't have the faith, we won't get it. You got to have the faith. You don't have the faith, you won't get that answer today. You got to have the faith that the answer is coming. And you got to believe that the good Lord. I'm telling you, the more, that just the closer I get to the Lord, closer. You say, what you mean you're a preacher? You get to him closer each and every day. But I love the wife over there. She what was that the other day? We done a lot together, but we had to go to Columbus. I love when the bride agrees with y'all. And Maggie ain't here, but me and Maggie done this one time. What you call them things in the cinnamon bites? You know, I said, Naomi, if we get a medium and we split it, that won't be bad. You know, Naomi said, let's do it. She didn't say, well, Daddy, you've been doing good. Well, Daddy, you've been doing that. And she said, Daddy, let's do it. That was it right there. That's right. But let me tell you something. We sat down there and we ate. And I noticed I was all kind of fight right now. Now I was behind me this time. I'm not exaggerating. But let me tell you something. The good Lord said, you give it to me, and you let me handle your situation. You don't have to worry about the rest. You do not have to worry about the rest. You give it to me. And he says, I will handle it. Jerry and Linda, remember the other night? I didn't outline you did, huh? Y'all see that book I was looking at, didn't you? Men's Hell. I sure was, wasn't it? But you know what? I felt bad because I was stealing. Clay, I was stealing because I read something and put it back down and didn't buy it. I kind of felt bad when I walked out. I said, that ain't good now. That's stealing. I didn't read the prayer. And I realized this book ain't for me, and I laid it back down. You know? I know what they do. Them pictures, them 6 packs, all they do, they draw that stuff. They must think I fell off of the chuck bag. They draw that stuff on there. But let me tell you something. They draw it. I mean, man, but I want to tell you something. He don't draw it. It's no joke. It's the good Lord tell you, you give it to me and I'll take care of it. He said, you give it to me. He said, now you cast all the care, your concerns upon me. He says, I'll take care of it. I'll take care of any problem you may have in life. You give it to me. Maybe you got something going on in your life right now. I'm telling you, you pray to the good Lord every day about it. You ask the good Lord to help you with that situation. Whatever it is, it could be anything. Anything that's going on in your life right now. You ask the good. That's why he says you cast it upon him. You ask the good Lord. You notice he said there, oh, I've never seen faith like this. You got the faith. It'll be done as you have said because you have got the faith. You got to have that faith. And I have learned that mind can help us or that mind can mess us up. Because you keep telling yourself, well, you talk that negative talk. It's not positive thinking. It's godly thinking. I'm not talking about positive thinking. Because a lost person can think positive. I'm thinking about godly thinking. Only a godly person can think godly. You get that godly thinking going, I will do this, I will do that. Get the godly thing going on in your mind. You think about God. It don't matter what's going on in your life. He can help you. He can heal you. He can deliver you. But you got to give it to him. You got to give it to him. I noticed about the scripture in the Bible, all about the faith. It's about faith, about faith. And Jesus said, oh, I see your faith. You know what? He sees our faith. He sees if we're really serious or we just talking. He knows if we just talking or if we real serious. I want to ask you right now. If you got something going on in your life, you need to talk to the Lord and give it to him. Give it to him. He already knows how to solve it. He already knows who to put in your path. He knows who to get to talk with you. He knows how to solve whatever problem you got. And another thing, we need each other. We need that phone call. We need that text. We need that card in the mail. We need each other, y'all. We need it. Like the other day, I was telling somebody about that. Seen his wife, and then somebody else come up to me. I was at the gas pump down here in Holley. That's the way it's supposed to be, y'all. You go up and give a word of encouragement. Hey, how you doing? Hey, it's good to see you. You never know when somebody may have a heavy heart. And you go up, and if they trust you enough and they think enough of you, they'll share it with you. They'll open up, they'll open up their heart to you right there, and they'll share it with you. You talk to people. You let them know that you love them. You let them know that you're concerned about them. That's what attracted people to Jesus, was his love. He was so loving, and that attracted people to Jesus Christ because he was so loving. You may think you down and out. If you down and out, it's your own fault. But you need to be down and looking up. If you down, look up. Don't be down and out. Be down and look up. And then you won't be down long, but he'll pick you back up. You may be down a little while, but he'll pick you back up. Because all they done, they went and spoke. But today can be the day that God delivers you. That's what we got to believe. Today's going to be the day God's going to help me. Today's going to be the day that things are going to happen to me. Today is going to be the day that my marriage turns around, my children turn around, my job turns around, my outlook on life turns around. Anything, y'all. Today can be the day. Today is the day that the Lord has made. I will rejoice in it and be glad in it. Today can be the day that something great can happen in your life. But we got to believe it. And you can stay in that rut. You know, you get in a rut driving the car, you can stay in there as long as you want to until you pull it out. You'll stand in there. If you don't pull it out, you'll knock your car all out of line. Way in life, you stay in a rut, it's going to knock you out of line. you will get out of line spiritually. It will. You stay in that rut, you don't get out of that rut. Lord, help me, forgive me, Lord. I'm going down the wrong path. That's why I got in this rut. I'm going down the wrong path. Deliver me, get me out of there. Today is the day that the Lord hath made. I will rejoice and be glad in it. It didn't say, well, if I'm feeling good and things are going my way, I'm going to rejoice. No. It says, today is the day that the Lord hath made. I will rejoice. I will be glad. It don't matter what's going on in your life. He said, you rejoice. You rejoice. If we praise God during our trials, he'll bless us through our trials. If we praise him during our trials, he'll bless us through our trials. I have learned we can stay in self-pity, or we can, oh no. Today is the day that the Lord hath made. My Lord is in control. He said he made it. Today is the day that the Lord hath made. He made this day. I'm going to give it all to him. I'm going to trust. I'm going to obey. And he's going to lead me down the right path. He's going to hook me up with the right people. He's going to do that. Listen, we have got to believe that the good Lord, he has the answer. He has the way. He knows what he wants us to do, but we got to hook up with him. Today could be your day. Today could be your day that things are going to change in your life. Today could be the day that's where we got to believe. Today going to be the day. Yep, today is going to be the day. You get out of that bed, today is the day that the Lord hath made. I'm going to rejoice and be glad that something good is going to happen. Something wonderful is going to take place in my life today. That's the way we got to live. That's the way we have got to believe. Buddy back there, a friend of mine, hadn't seen in a long time, come to visit with us today. Buddy, I know I told you a while ago, but I appreciate you being here. Used to work up there at A.O. Smith together. Hadn't seen you in a long, long time. But it's good to see you, brother. It really, really is. And I want everyone here to know God loves you. Anyone who would give his only begotten son to come down here to earth to die for us, he loves you. He loves you. Jesus Christ came to die on that cross. Today is the day that the Lord hath made. I will rejoice and I will be glad. And you got to be glad in the day. Don't worry about tomorrow, yesterday, today. Today is the day that the Lord made. I will rejoice and I will be glad. Be glad in the day. Today is the day the Lord will see you through. The Lord will see you through. It don't matter what's going on in your life right now, the good Lord is going to take care of it. It don't matter what's happening in your life. The good Lord will take care of it. If you give it to him. If you trust him. If you obey him. God already knows the answers. He already knows what you're going to go through. He already knows that. He told Peter that he was going to deny him 3 times before the cock crew. He already knew Peter. He already knows what you and I are going to do. Before we do it, he already knows it. And he still loves us. Ain't that something? And he still loves us. No greater love hath man than this, and he laid down his life for his friends. That's what it says in the word. There's no greater love than this, that a man will lay down his life for his friends. He knows us. He's got the answer. He knows what to do for us. Today is the day. Today can be your day. It really, really can. It can be your day. Y'all know it's Sunday now. I've been doing good, but you know Sunday's a little bit different. You got to eat a good dinner on Sunday. I ain't getting off course. I ain't getting off there on the course yet. The course. Play it out. And Mama, you helped me that situation today. Yeah. So, yeah, I thank you, Mama. Yeah, you tell Big Jerry to suck it up. You tell him I can suck it up. But anyway, the good Lord, he loves us just as we are. But he loves us too much to leave us like this. He loves us too much to leave us just as we are. He wants to change us. He wants us to make us into the person that he created us to be. And if we don't give him our very best, we cannot be the person that he called us to be without giving him our very best. We're getting ready to have a closing hymn. Maybe you need to come up, pray for yourself, pray for somebody else. Thank the good Lord for the blessings he bestowed upon your life. Y'all got all this open to anything. Won't you come? 4:14. We sing our closing hymn, 4:14. Won't you come for any reason?